here today to talk to you about using graphic illustration as a tool in your music classroom. Graphic illustrations are commonly used in literacy-heavy disciplines, such as literacy and social science classes, to allow students to understand concepts more thoroughly. Music can utilize these exact same resources to allow a more thorough understanding of individual pieces, genres, and other aspects of music. And the great news about this is we don't need to teach these ideas and these skills. It's something that someone else in our school has already taught them. One of these examples of graphic illustration are what are called plotline diagrams. Plotline diagrams are commonly used to understand key aspects of literary works. You remember these from your freshman English class. Voop, voop. For example, the exposition of this book tells us that Bilbo came from a peaceful place called the Shire, where nothing exciting ever happened and leisure and luxury were the center of life. As we continue on, the rising action tells us that Gandalf shows up with a band of dwarves, and they head off on an adventure to take back the Lonely Mountain. Along the way, they meet trolls, goblins, giants, spiders, elves, and a nasty dragon called Smaug. The climax is when Smaug is killed by an arrow shot by Bard, and the armies of men, goblins, elves, dwarves, and eagles descend upon the Lonely Mountain to take back its treasure. The following action is after the armies come to terms with a treaty, leaving Middle-earth on tenuous but at moments safe ground, and the resolution is when Bilbo settles in for a quiet life of comfort. Cue the forbidding music for a much longer book. This is just one interpretation of The Hobbit. I'm sure there are others that could look at this very differently. So how does this work with the concept of music? We have the same elements: exposition, rising action, climaxes, descending action, and then resolution. For an example of this, I want you to consider Granger's The Lost Lady Found, the sixth movement out of Lincolnshire Posy. Take a listen. This was just one interpretation of this great work, but it allows students to organize their thoughts around how they might perform this piece, how they might understand its phrasing, and its other structure and internal relationships. The goal of using graphic illustration isn't to give a definite answer, but rather to give students and ourselves a way by which to understand how we might utilize music otherwise.